Tenaga Nasional has appointed its Chief Operating Officer Datuk Megat Jalaluddin Megat Hassan to be its next President and CEO, succeeding Datuk Sri Byron Den, whose tenure expires February 29, 2024. Megat Jalaluddin's appointment by TNB Special Shareholder Ministry of Finance Inc. will be effective March 1st next year for a period of 2 years, according to the National Utilities Board's filing. Megat Jalaluddin, 58, first joined TNB in 2006 before leaving for Celcom in 2008 and subsequently returning to TNB in 2009. According to TNB, Megat Jalaluddin built his career at the utility giant, at which he had served in various engineering and managerial positions within the company, including business and strategic planning, business development, project management, business process improvement, metering service and engineering service. TNB also said that its board of directors would like to express its appreciation to Bahrain for his contributions. The current regulatory system and high barriers to entry to Malaysia's energy sector allegedly give way to patronage and rent-seeking practices, according to a report released by the Institute for Democracy and Economic Affairs, or IDEAS. Authored by Dr. Renato Lima de Oliveira, the report states that the high barriers and gatekeeping roles occupied by the government and the Energy Commission lead to a risk of lack of neutrality in how the licensing regime is applied. Lima de Oliveira points out that all licenses are awarded by the minister on the advice of the EC, and that virtually all independent power producers are either directly state-controlled or are state-linked. He said that although this reflects the fact that IPPs are typically among the largest firms in Malaysia and therefore likely to attract institutional investors, it may also reflect ongoing patronage practices in the industry. Another example of the politicization of the licensing regime, he said, is the differential treatment of foreign IPPs, whereby prior to 2015, no power purchase agreement had ever been granted to a foreign company. He pointed out that the government made an exception in 2015 for China General Nuclear Power Corp's near 10 billion acquisition of 1MDB's power assets. To address the purported lack of neutrality in the licensing regime, Lima de Oliveira urged the government to adopt a rigorous, transparent and objective criteria for awarding licenses. Astro Malaysia Holdings posted a net loss of 47.05 million for its third quarter, compared with a net profit of 5.8 million the year before. This makes it the pay TV provider's first ever loss-making quarter. The weaker numbers was largely due to the voluntary separation scheme exercise to reduce its headcount by 20% that cost the group 52 million ringgit. Astro's quarterly revenue also dropped 6% year-on-year to 828.6 million due to lower contribution from its television segment as the group exited the home shopping business. No dividend was declared for the current quarter under review. CEO Ewan Smith said that despite the weaker performance during the quarter, Astro's strategic plans to transform Astro into a digital streaming company are yielding results. According to him, its new TV packs and broadband bundles have uplifted average revenue per user for the fourth consecutive quarter by RM2.40 year-on-year to RM99.80. Smith adds that its adjacent businesses, Astro Fiber and Suka, are both on a positive growth trajectory this year. Moving forward, the group cautions that the strength of the US dollar continues to impact its business costs, while local economic conditions and softening customer sentiments also present challenges to revenue growth. Smith says in response, Astro are introducing more affordable product entry points to drive product sign-ups and support customers. EcoWorld Development Group saw its net profit for the fourth quarter of FY 2023 nearly double to 3.29 million on the back of higher revenue and gross profit. Revenue for the quarter jumped 51% year-on-year to 844.45 million, primarily driven by the completion of a 92-acre land sale in Eco Business Park 2. For FY 2023, EcoWorld's net profit improved by 20% year-on-year to 189.3 million, with revenue reaching 22.26 billion ringgit. The group group declared a final dividend of 2 cents per share, bringing total dividends for FY 2023 to 6 cents per share. In a separate statement, EcoWorld announced that it had achieved 3.61 billion in sales for FY 2023, exceeding its target of 3.5 billion, with Eco Business Parks registering 1.04 billion in industrial property sales, the highest in a single year. Commenting on prospects, President and CEO Datuk Chang Kim Wah said the group had entered a highly cash-generative phase, with future revenue as of October 31st, 2023 remaining healthy at 3.49 billion, providing clear earnings and cash flow visibility in the near and medium term. The group is maintaining its goal of selling 3.5 billion worth of properties in Malaysia in FY 2024, focusing on sustainable growth by improving absolute returns from its valuable land bank, whether via margin improvement or higher yield per square feet of land developed. Packaging manufacturer and property developer Scientex started its FY 2024 on a positive note, with first quarter net profit improving by 29% year-on-year to 137.84 million, driven by its property division. Quarterly revenue rose 7.4% to 1.11 billion compared with 1.03 billion a year earlier. Looking ahead, Scientex said the property division will continue to launch new phases of affordable housing across its developments in the peninsula to meet the robust demand by leveraging on its branding and strategic locations. Scientex said its latest land acquisitions located in Jejarum in Selangor and Tebrau and Kulai in Johor Bahru are expected to be completed in 2024. However, its packaging division is expected to face ongoing inflationary pressures, leading to a subdued market sentiment that may affect global market demand. Even so, Scientex says the packaging division remains focused on its long-term growth strategy and is optimistic that its performance for the current financial year remains sustainable.